Good afternoon. Alright, it's actually evening, but you guys know how things work. You plan on doing something and time gets by you. It's actually lazy day Sunday, so I have shared over on Instagram a picture of this binder, and I know many of you all are waiting patiently to see why I labeled it top secret. So I'm getting ready to get into it. I have two more right here. Yes, my back to school purchases, these binders have been put to good use. I have used half of them already. So let me get to it. So what I did was make dividers. I said I had file folders coming in, and I just made my own dividers. I found some printables, some Bible verses that I liked, and went ahead and used those as my dividers. So there's that. Alright, many of you know, if you have been watching, I have a 2.5-year-old. She'll be 3 in November. She is what I would call exceptional for a 2-year-old. She needs to be challenged. So yes, I have been using a curriculum with her, and kind of mostly piecemeal, but it does work because she needs a challenge. I have gone to extensive lengths researching curriculums, letter of the week curriculums, and things like that for, you know, 2s and 3s, and have come up empty because a lot of what I found was a curriculum that had a lot of arts and crafts type things. Not to say, you know, hands-on. I'm not speaking manipulatives and things like that, because she does do things like that and she enjoys that, but it was a lot of arts and crafts, and that's not something that she needs. You know, we do, you know, stamping letters and things like that, but that was pretty much all it consisted of, and I didn't feel that that would challenge her enough. Also, you know, keeping in mind affordability, I didn't feel the need to go out and purchase a boxed pre-K curriculum, because I looked into those as well, and I wasn't satisfied with the concepts and things that they brought. So I continued my research, and I stumbled across something. You guys know I love eBay, and I stumbled across something, and here we go. So, not as painful as it looks. Yes, I had to print, and that was a thing. You know, we don't have a lot of time. It can be costly, and trust me, when I do things, I do it as cost effective as I can. I don't like time consuming things, but this just worked. So you're getting ready to see some organization of what I've done with the kids' work this year. Work boxes, you know, we use modified work boxes, and they were working out of one folder. So you will see this week I will put up what I did with all of the folders, because I know you all were curious, if you watched that video, what on earth I was doing with it. So it's been broken down. We've been using it. It works fine. It's, you know, the flow is lovely. As well as this, I had a lot of material, you know, not in the workbooks, not in their, you know, the curriculum books that I shared in the curriculum hall, that are complimentary, something supplementary, and I would print not so much, but when you have 4 kids or you have 2 kids that have to do the same thing, it does become a lot. as much as I filed things, I would still kind of misplace things, and it was getting on my nerves. So that's why I went to the binder system rather than the file folder. Some things are still in file folders, but the day-to-day things. So that's what I'm getting ready to show you now. And why I purchased this curriculum for her was because it was the only one that I found that encompasses concepts on a broad spectrum that would challenge her. They're not just mediocre things. A lot of the things she's able to do, she enjoys doing them. A lot of things are challenging, and this is something that is going to grow with her. It is a pre-K curriculum, but I have also found that some of it I can use with my first graders. So pay attention, because I will share with you the things that I'm using with the first graders. My first graders are early first graders. They'll be 5 or they'll be 6 in early November. So they are a little bit advanced. So keep that in mind when you're looking at this curriculum. You may be able to use it with a first grader as well, depending on where your first grader is. Some of the things they do not use. It's a lot of the spelling and a lot of the math, and they will move through it, towards the next couple of months. I'm thinking January, usually when I reevaluate grades and assess them, they may top out of this, but they are only using it complimentary. Whereas the 2-year-old is using it as main curriculum, and my 4-year-old as well. This works just as well for her. So I will share, when I get to those sections, how I split all this up. It's a lot of information, but pay very close attention. Okay, so everything in here is included. I just have some note pages here. Okay, that's her little folder. Everybody has a folder in case there's just some notes or something that I don't want hole punch. It's going to go in their little section. So that's just my page of notes for whatever. Alright, the covers are included. Okay, so all of this, and before I go any further, if you all did not watch I think it was in June, I did a circle time teacher resource video showing you a board, or actually a couple of boards, of anchor charts and things like that, how I organize those. All of those materials are from this curriculum. Okay, so that was a lot of resources just right there. So if you didn't watch that video, go back and watch so you can see just what all is included in print. Okay, so we have these pages. What I do is give her, and we're not doing a letter of a week per se. She'll do a letter of the day pretty much. And sometimes I'll extend it and not give her all of the the material, because there's a lot just on one letter. It just depends on what she wants to do, but she loves to write, and she can write very well for a 2-year-old. Her pencil grip is perfect. She has that of a 5-year-old, really, for to be so young. But she loves to write, so she gets to trace her letter. She gets to spy her letter and find it. So she will circle whichever letter, and then she gets to color her letter. And I do other things, we'll have little animals, or, figurines or other things to, go along with this. And, she'll play along with them. But there is that. And then we have these pages here. And a lot of this I am taking and putting in a spiral. So the pages are not just being printed and, you know, tossed aside. They're going to be put in a spiral. So I, you know, cut out whatever, you know, is on the page and insert it. So it'll be in a little book for later on. But see, it's for cupcake. And, you know, if we have books that go along, or if you give a, I think a cat a cupcake or something, you know, those type of things. Find something to go along with it. That's what I do. And so there's D, the dinosaur. And basically I go five at a time. Whatever you see in here is pretty much 5 at a time. If it's A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's how it's going to be. Okay? So here's letter D. And F. Alright, so we're going to move on to number of the week. Okay? So I have the whole alphabet. I just have H up to H printed so far. Number of the week. And then we get the read it concept. She gets to count it concept. She gets to trace it. And she gets to color it. Okay. She loves math. So this is perfect for her. Let's do something like this again. This will get cut out and put into her notebook. And then we have the trace it pages. So I love that it's not just one concept per page. It's, you know, they get different concepts on each page. And it's not repetitive, it's just repetitive per number. Because for her, if it's, you know, repetitive, she won't want to, it won't engage her. She'll do it and then that's it. But she looks forward to these. So, alright, let's move on. We have 5. The phonics. Heavy into phonics this year with her. She's learned all of her letters. We're doing a lot of sounds. Possibly moving her towards early reading. She will be 3, and we get to that point with my kids when they're 3. So towards the end of the year, that's maybe where I'm headed, because she seems to be ready. So again, you know, that's my 2-year-old. Your 2-year-old may not be ready. Your 3-year-old may not be ready, and they may just need this, but that's fine. So we have beginning sounds. And we talk about what's on the page, and she colors the pictures that start with C. I will go through and I will spell out, because she likes me to spell out, you know, C-A-N, S-U-N. She likes me to spell out. So I will spell out whatever's on the page. And so on. How many of these I've printed, but as you can see, I'm well prepped, and that was my goal, to get everything well prepped so I can just pull out and put together what I need for the week. So that was another thing. I wanted to see how much paper, ink, and all of that I would go through just doing this. Alright, here's my next divider, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I did, yes, I did all the way to Z on these. So that was the beginning sound. We have these beginning sounds where you can do the bingo dabber, or marker, or crayon, you know, color pencil. So we talk about, you know, what's on the picture. And she's pretty good with beginning sounds. And then we have the ending sounds. Same concept. Alright, ending sounds. And then here's my divider, and I just kind of, the ones that I felt were fitting, I put in. This reminds me of, you know, a little child. So that's why I stuck it here. Perseverance. And then we have colors and shapes. And colors are fun. And so crayons are blue. And we've done pink and I don't know, some other colors already. But again, things that I can cut out and put in her folder or her spiral. And she knows her colors. It's just more or less the coloring I need her to get down. And so we have something a little bit more difficult, a color by number. But she loves to color. And so does the 4-year-old. I'm getting her into coloring more. So here is some math. Because here we are talking about not only shapes, we have 2D shapes. Okay, and then we have to talk about how many sides, how many corners. And these are things that she's already identifying. So I went ahead and pulled this up for her so that we can get going on this because she was already naming these things. And so then we have 3D shapes. And then we get into the edges, the faces, and the vertices. Okay, I needed a challenge, so perfect. Not every 2-year-old can do this. And then we have what is the shape, and they just color in what the shape is. And so my 2 and my 4-year-old are doing this in their math. So you'll probably see it again. But that is her little math packet already to go for this week. And then we have color 2D shapes red, color 3D shapes blue. Again, another color by number.
Look here.
Oh, thank you very much. And we have a graph, counting graph. All right. Let's see. All right, so that is not all. That is just all that she is doing for this week. Yeah, this week. And of course, the things that I've already printed, you know, the entire alphabet pages, those sheets, of course, not for this week, but that's basically a week. So, yeah. Moving along, first grade, all from the same curriculum, okay? Okay. Some of this you'll probably see again, but I have it in here because these are things that I use in sheet protectors for the kids. Like I said, first graders do this, and it was included in that pre-K curriculum. And I'll put it in sheet protectors, or we'll do it on the board. So we have addition, all the way up to 20. We have subtraction, and you also get them in long form. So you're able to print them this way and in long form. So that's what's just in here. These are just pull-out pages that I use, you know, for whatever. And you will see these again because I have a couple more binders to share. But that's what's in there. And then this section is just some random. It's not part of the curriculum, but something I use on the board. Let me make sure. Yeah, that none of that is that curriculum. But yeah, they have a folder as well. All right. So same curriculum. I use for them, I found very handy because these are some of the same words that they're working on in their actual spelling work text. And the concept I really love because they have the box writing. They didn't have the rainbow writing. And then we have the ABC order, which they get. But I like that it's all on one page. Some of the time we break up the monotony from the book work, and I can just give them this as a compliment, and we're good. They can get a, packet for the week, and they've learned the same thing they would have as if they had actually done their actual spelling work text. So again, it is in the pre-K curriculum, but you can use this for a kindergartner and a first grader. And if you have a delayed child, you may be able to use it for a second grader. Okay, so you kind of have to gauge. I'm just showing you how I used it, but she designed it for that age level. Awesome, awesome, wonderful. And I will get to who. So then here we have the CVC. They trace it, box write it, and then they write it. And I just shared on Instagram some handwriting. The first graders were doing one of these. This is about as much handwriting as they would get in a day, in addition to some math. I decided not to go with the handwriting curriculum even before I got this, because I give them things like this all of the time. And they learned, I had to ask the kids how they preferred to write, and they wanted the dots, and that is what has developed their handwriting. So no formal handwriting curriculum. This seems to be doing it. And you can check out that picture and see my 5-year-old's writing. So then we have the trace the CVC words here. So that, and then we have some math for them, measurement. This is what they'll be getting. We touched on measurement last year, and we're just going to get into it and move through it. So they're going to get their rulers, and they get to measure these things and record their answers. And so again, what you see I have done is made a packet for both of them. I needed to see how much it would take to create enough material for all of them. So here they use a ruler that is provided, or you can use your own, but they like to cut and paste and things like that. So this is perfect. And they measure the object, and then they record it on the line. So several of those pages. Alright, let's move past that. Again, I have some note pages for random assessments or whatever. Not part of that curriculum, but something I use. And I'm going to go ahead and share that way. I don't have to share, but this is something they use for spelling. Something I found on Teachers Pay Teachers. So I include a couple of these pages in with their spelling work. Or at least one of them, I would say, a week until they run out. And I printed all of them out. There's not that many. Again, this is something I found on TPT for reading comprehension. Just something to throw in. And all of those things were free. If you all are familiar with the Moffat, Annie Moffat, the Moffat Girls on TPT. Simple sentences. Okay. Also, Annie Moffat, the Moffat Girls. A lot of these are just early morning, morning work. Alright, moving back.
Mama dog.
I see.
She's a dog.
To this curriculum.
She's a baby.
She included the write the beginning sound. So this is what I'm, hi Abby, thank you, using with them. We are setting in concrete so that they are getting, the beginning, the middle, the ending, so that I know that they understand it completely before I just toss it. So some of it is a review, but I wanted to show you all. And so the 4-year-old will move into this, and you saw the beginning sound for the 2-year-old. Hi. That had the picture, and she would bubble in the circle. So it graduated.
Mom, she's a teacher.
Yes, and then another one.
Mom, she's a teacher.
And so also I see included in the packet are a lot of little cut and paste activities and games and things. So
she's a teacher.
use these when they want to do cut and paste things. And this one encompasses the vowels. So they would just cut and paste. You can also, what I suggest is removing the letters, put it in a sheet protector, and you can make it reusable. Okay. So that's why there's only one, because it's reusable. Sometimes I will actually let them cut and glue. Okay, and then we have the fill in the missing consonant. Same thing with this. Here, everything is included. Sometimes they go in a sheet protector. Sometimes I let them actually do the activity. So there are tons of these. I only printed out the first 4 or 5. And each one, there's probably, in each file, there's probably 30 pages. Alright, not part of this curriculum, but something they are also doing. And I'm just going to move past that. That is part of their art, and I will go back to that in another video. Math, I will come back to, but you can see it's in here. This is their math book, their ebook.
And this is a phone.
Yes. And so what I did with their ebook, I went through all of the homeworks, and we have, I think, 6 chapters of homework. And this is for the 2 first graders. So I have all of their lessons for 6 weeks in here. So that's why it's so big. Okay. So same thing twice. So I'm going to skip through here. You guys bear with me. Promise it's good. I know it's long, but bear with me. Alright, going back to the pre-K curriculum. Adding, so they get the numbers, and the pictures. And then they move into the numbers and the number line. And so they get also a page in their math packet. And I usually tack one of these on with their spelling packet. So they will have that, but you will see once I show you what's in the folders, you'll see how I actually did it. So again, this is not really pre-K work. First grader can easily do this. Second grader, you know, if they are you know, a little delayed or something, they could do this. So keep that in mind. But all the way up to 20. There's also subtraction in here. And my little note pages. Something that is not included in this curriculum is TPT. It's a little morning work, and that's basically what's in here. I give them a little extra morning work pages when I find these free resources. Alright, this is also from the same seller, Sherry Clements. Okay, let me move on back. Alright, for Kinder, same thing. She has a folder. You guys see I like purple. And that's just for anything that I may need to just put in there. Maybe like some morning work I don't want punched, or something I need to cut and paste, and I don't want punched. Alright, so same pre-K curriculum. So the baby had a picture of a color and the crayon. I stepped up to concept because it's included. I figured the 4-year-old would enjoy this one more than the other page because it was just coloring. So she gets to trace, she gets to color, but she also gets to write it. Okay? Whereas a 2-year-old may not want to do all of this right now. So once she finishes those other pages, I will move her to these pages. And it's all of the, you know, the same colors. I just have a couple printed up here. And I kind of give them the same colors so that they have the same colors. It looks like they're doing the same thing to them. Yeah. Alright, more note pages. Gotta love the owls. Alright, in here we have write the beginning sound. Also I threw in for the 4-year-old. And then move it along. Something else not in that curriculum, but I'm going to share because it's in here, that I'm using for her comprehension. There you go. That's where I found that. All free resources. And I don't know, there's about 5 or 6 pages to this. And she really likes this. So it's really helping with her reading. And here's a read and color pictures that rhyme. So free resources. And this does not come with, I got it on Teachers Pay Teachers. There's no tag on it. I think I was just looking for cut and paste for her age group, and that's where this came up. So, and a couple of those things works perfectly for her because she can read it and she can get that cut and paste concept on note pages. Alright, so I did the beginning sounds with her as well so that we can, you know, get all this solidified. Ending sounds. Okay. Move it on back. Yeah. Get a divider. Next divider. Note page. Alright, so math. We have the cut and paste. And this will go into a spiral for her little interactive notebook. She cut and paste and color. And then we have the color, the picture that is different. And then here for math, we have color all of the numbers. She really enjoys this, so this is like a I Spy the number, and she gets to write it. And this concept we really enjoy. Keep counting. And we also get the trace the number, the circle the number, color the number. And you can make that into a little book. And then there's the 2s. And then let me show you the next one because it's a little different. So you fill in the missing number. Okay? So one's already done. But then there's there you go. And then circle the bigger number so you get your greater than and less than. So awesome, 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 awesome. You know, a little more than the 2-year-old wants to do for now, so she doesn't do this, just the 4-year-old. And this is definitely not enough for the 5-year-olds in 1st grade, so they get the big kid math. And I think I only went up to 6, but I have all of the numbers. Again, here's that packet again with the shapes. And let me move it along. Move it along. Some of this is just morning work again from Teachers Pay Teachers. Bear with me. Alright, so also included in this curriculum, I'm going to show you the setup in just a minute, but there is science. There's all the subjects are included. Okay, so here is science. Some science things that I have already set aside, and this is generally for everybody. So talking about scales and balance, you know, we have this great scale now, and we've been exploring that. A little something for them to work on when we go back to scales and balance this week. It's gold, so I get to trace it. The first graders may not want to do this, but I will encourage them because of the handwriting. You know, if not anything else, just the handwriting and the coloring. We're still working a lot on coloring. So whenever I can, I try to get them to color. So it's talking about out of balance, it's talking about imbalance, and there's so many components to this. There are wall words for these units, and things like that. And I realize that this video is getting very long, and I'm going to try to wrap it up. Okay, here is phases of the moon. But trust me, keep watching. You don't want to miss this. Okay. This is a sheet we work on together. We just did 5 senses. And this is an answer the question. You glue, I asked them the question, and they will glue their answer on. You can also make this dry on a dry erase sheet if you want, page protector, and they can, you know, just put the piece where it belongs if you want to reuse it. Same thing with this one. I'm trying to see. Okay, also we have in here, you guys know we just did volcanoes, so you get your earth science. There's I think 30 pages of, you know, sheets like this where they're going to write the word, trace the word. I think those are just the volcano ones. But you also get the body systems, which they are also going to finish this week. There's just so much in here. So much. So much. A lot of it is black and white. A lot of it is color. You get both. So it's your option how you want to print it out. Alright, so there's that binder. Let me move into the next one. This one's really quick. I'm not going to show everything because there's not really that much to show, but you get a planner. I had shared this and somebody asked. You get a planner with it, and you can do, you know, whatever you like with it, but that is not included. That's just something I threw in, and it's just part of what I will come back and share actually what's in here, because there's something else I'm getting ready to skip. But you get a planner, your lesson plan. And so you can mess up however many pages you want. They all come in different colors. And those little note pages that I have in my binder come with it. So they all color coordinate. So you can add your notes. Then you can get them. Let's see if I have that page out. No, you would get a to-do by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There it is. A daily schedule. So you can, you know, play with this however you want. But I'm going to come back to this binder in another video because there's something else in it that I use. I've just included. So, my own cover. Okay. Same curriculum. Same pre-K curriculum. Okay. Bible. Okay. So, you will get 10 Commandments. You can also put these in sheet protectors and let them, you know, use dry erase markers. Sometimes we do. It just depends on what it is we're doing with it. That determines what I'm doing, you know, how I'm giving it to them. But of course, you see they wrote on these. Twos. I need handwriting. I want, you know, I use it for handwriting. So I need them to use pencil rather than dry erase. But you can totally use dry erase markers. Okay. So this is for everybody. Let me get to the page. Alright, so for the little one, she is doing pages like this. They have something else that's already done in their Bible spiral. It's already, it's already in there. And I will have to share again in another video their spirals. N is for Noah. J is for Jonah, which she is all about right now. Jonah. She just brought me her book. So, there's Jonah. She's ready to work on. Okay, for a little one, 2-year-old, she shapes. So she gets a verse in her shapes. Trace. And this is pretty much all shapes with the verse. The 4-year-old does these sometimes, but I don't require her to do these. Okay. Bible verses. These also come in color and they also come in a poster form. So you can put them up on your wall. But we use these in their Bible notebooks. So I don't have all of them printed, but here are some of them. And as you're going to see, I printed out enough for everybody. So in a few minutes, go sit for me. Plenty, plenty, plenty. And hold on. Alright, here's your cover you get. This was actually something else not included. A is for ark. B is for bird. C is for cloud. E is for elephants. Just like I said, the 2-year-old, that is her Noah's Ark deal. Whew. And let's move it along. We have the Fruit of the Spirit lesson. So of course this is, the 2-year-old can pay attention, but the 4 and 5-year-olds especially. And then you get your verses. And there's a lot more to go with this. You just see, a portion of this in print. I want to show you the print. Okay. And these are going in their notebooks, their Bible notebooks. And then you have the parables here. Okay. Again, you can put them in dry erase if you want, but I wanted to put them in their notebooks. And again, as a way of not to really waste the paper, because it is a lot to print. And alright, the next thing I will come back and share because that's not part of this curriculum. But I have shared with you, I don't know how long, I'm looking at 25 minutes. I don't know where I stopped in the last video or the last clip, because I did have to stop for a second. But I'm getting ready to show you even more. Okay, guys, pay attention. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'm getting to the good part. Alright, here we are. Over on the table, I have them laid out, okay? And I will take you back over there shortly. So, I just, I'm over here for the moment, just to show you the website. The flashcards, I have flashcards printed out. Here are the flashcards. Tons of flashcards, Bible verses, tons. Okay, I use these in various ways, and I'll get back to that, but there. Alright. So, okay. anything that you can hope for. Miss Annette is amazing. I was so excited. I tell you, I would not share, I wouldn't put my name on this if I didn't have faith in this curriculum. I'm over the moon. That is why I'm sharing with you all. Hopefully you all are still watching and you continue to watch until the very end. Okay? There are some things that you won't see. I do have this. Okay? I have also, okay, I couldn't be more satisfied, and yes, I had to thank her numerous times. Okay, I could go on and on and on, but you can take a look. Here's science. You can take a look around circle time. Like I said, go back to that resource video. There's things like potty charts in here. There's nutrition. There are sign language. There's foreign language, Hebrew, Spanish, German, French. Gosh, there's so much stuff in this curriculum. The westward expansion. Just all sorts of things. The solfege, music symbols. Okay? Page after page of material. Alright, but guess what? Look, at the top of the page, I didn't even have to do that. I have it bookmarked. But, here you go. Okay? Look at there. Okay, you can get things already printed, already laminated if you want. Pick and choose. My choice are the full curriculum sets. Okay. But as you can see, there are so many things to choose from. Money printables. Some of those things I have shared on Instagram, and you've seen pictures of the kids, and I did not share where, and that was because I was saving. Not that I wasn't giving her credit. She knows she's gotten credit. But guess what, guys? So, looks nice, right? That's all that material I just showed you in my binder. Look at that. Okay? Well worth its price. And honestly, I mean, this is about as budget friendly as you can get for the concepts. Okay? For the concepts. I'm telling you, I looked at so many letter of the week curriculums, even the, you know, the popular ones that a lot of people are using on YouTube, and they just did not encompass nearly as much as I wanted or needed. Okay, so she has, there's, you know, some history. You know, she's designed this curriculum for her own children. This goes back 19, 20 years of teaching. And, yeah, she was in search of something to use, and she designed it herself, and it is amazing. Like I said, I wouldn't be here sharing with you all. I wouldn't have you sitting here for this long. But she says she uses it for her own children between ages 3 and 6. Like I said, I am using with my 2-year-old. Use discernment. But look at all of the things that you get just in one. That's just one CD. Okay, there's some things I didn't share simple sentences, these little word strips, letter A word family strips. Okay, I shared these a while ago on Instagram. Okay, so all of that stuff is, this just one disc. Okay, this is a set of 8 where you get the science, the Bible, the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Remember I said I was teaching nursery rhymes and things like that. I've shared over the summer. I've shared some of the activities. Women in history, African animals, all of your community helpers, the rainforest. Look at this. All of your calendar pages, sight words, fry word list, which I use, fry word list. Jolly phonics, all of your anchor charts, black and white rules. Anything that you could think of that you needed printable is right here. And you can use this stuff even if they are beyond first grade. Parts of speech, punctuation, a lot of that was in that resource video where I shared the boards I put together. I used to do it a different way, but now I'm able to use this and it's all in one. Word walls that include these topics. Okay, I'm just going down to the bottom of the page, but I don't expect you to read everything, but you can see
Mom,
all of the things.
Can you make us pizza because I like pizza?
Okay, all of the things. The 50 states, over 1,000 pages, and money. Okay, we haven't gone in to the 50 states in our virtual homeschool co-op. We are still galloping to the United States, but yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna
Life cycles.
Ow!
My kids are loud. Okay, so that's science, forms of energy, solar system, electricity and circuits, phases of the moon, which you saw, germs, scales and balances, and see, I only showed you a couple of pages. Files upon files upon files. I'm only on disc 6, guys. Alright, so let me go back. Sign language. Match the animal signs. So, this is flashcards. And I just showed you the Bible flashcards. But, yeah. Games, this is Bible right here. 3-part matching cards. Sudoku. Okay. Alright, so thank you, Miss Annette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I so appreciate this. So, if you all are looking for, you saw my curriculum. If you are looking for something that will do it for your kids, something that you can use.
Is that all the movies?
Yes.
Is that all the movies?
Yes, that's all the movies.
All the movies.
Yes. Let's see. This is definitely something that you could get a lot of use out of. Okay, a lot. You can print at your own leisure. Go here's some bulletin board pieces. This is the Bible disc. Okay. So I just wanted to show you some things that were not in the binder. Not to say that I won't use them, but I have not printed out every single thing at all. So there's no way possible I could run out of things. And like I said, well worth the money. What you doing? You want to hold that for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom, hold it
The
on.
Good Shepherd manuscript pages. Also in cursive. And there's lots of cursive in here.
Here.
And just a regular curriculum. Hi. Just a second. So, things that we haven't even used. But here it is. I'm getting ready to show you one more disc before I get to the end. The end is coming, guys. It's coming. I have one of the phonics discs in. There's 35 files on here. You get mini books. You get these little puzzles are really cute. Fillers. Some of the same activities that I would find on Teachers Pay Teachers are somewhere. And I will come back and share these things and how I am using them. Always, always. So there's every letter of the alphabet. Okay. And it's just different objects. Or, things like that. Alright, let me go back and show you some. So you can really get a feel for what is included. Abraham Lincoln. So president things. Make a little mini book out of that. I can't even, there's just so much. You have to take a look. There's so many things. Three Little Pigs, Baba Black Sheep, these little emergent reader books. So many things. And I know it's hard to gauge, when I looked at it, it just kind of, it's hard to tell when you're just looking at something, but that's why I'm really here thoroughly explaining, what it is. You see something and it's like, I'm not sure, and oh, that seems like a lot of money. But you can see this has saved me a lot of time. So let's see. Trying to see what else I can pull up here. Here, word families. These are the simple sentences. There are, go down here, spin and write games we put into sheet protectors. Okay, these types of things. And there's 20. It's right there. There's 20 of them. So, yeah, I mean, enough. Cannot go wrong with this curriculum at all. It's pretty much, you pull up your file, get to learn where they are, print and go. And there's these things. There are 27 of these. So 27 weeks right here in this. Okay. All that stuff is here. A lot of it you saw already. I'm not going to continue to go through what's in here, but you saw a lot of the material already printed, how I'm using it, who I'm using it for. And guess what? Wouldn't you like to own it? Leave me your comments, guys. Leave me your comments. Keep watching. I have one of the phonics discs in. There's 35 files on here. You get mini books. You get these little puzzles are really cute. Fillers. Some of the same activities that I would find on Teachers Pay Teachers or somewhere. And I will come back and share these things and how I am using them. Always, always. So there's every letter of the alphabet. Okay. And it's just different objects. Or, you know, things like that. Alright, let me go back and show you some. So you can really get a feel for what is included. Abraham Lincoln. So president things. Make a little mini book out of that. I can't even, there's just so much. You have to take a look. There's so many things. Three Little Pigs, Baba Black Sheep, these little emergent reader books. So many things. And I know it's hard to gauge, you know, when I looked at it, it just kind of, it's hard to tell when you're just looking at something, but that's why I'm really here thoroughly explaining, you know, what it is. You know, you see something and it's like, I'm not sure, and oh, that seems like a lot of money. But you can see, this has saved me a lot of time. So, let's see. Let's see what else I can pull up here. Here, word families. These are the simple sentences. There are, go down here, spin and write games we put into sheet protectors. Okay, these types of things. And there's 20. It's right there. There's 20 of them. So, yeah, I mean, enough. Cannot go wrong with this curriculum at all. It's pretty much, you pull up your file, get to learn where they are, print and go. And there's these things. There are 27 of these. So 27 weeks right here in this. Okay. All that stuff is here. A lot of it you saw already. I'm not going to continue to go through what's in here, but you saw a lot of the material already printed, how I'm using it, who I'm using it for. And guess what? Wouldn't you like to own it? Leave me your comments, guys. Leave me your comments. Keep watching.
The gift
Away
away
question is, tell me
what my favorite animal is.
All right, thank you. All right, so lastly, yes, that was real. Tell him his favorite animal. If you all have watched the videos from April throughout the summer, there's a clue in one of these videos, or that is a clue. Okay, the answer is in one of those videos. Okay, his favorite animal. I am going to gift one of you this entire curriculum. Okay, Now this obviously is mine, but I have contacted Miss Annette, and I am going to purchase another one. And of course, I contacted her to let her know how fantastic and what I was getting ready to do with this curriculum. I want to bless one of you with this entire curriculum, all 8 discs, okay? Answer that question. Let me know in the comment how old your children or child is. If you have a child that is older than 6, let me know. You are not excluded, okay? You're not excluded. It may not be this, but you are not excluded, okay? So answer the question. Let me know you want this. Let me know how old your child or children are, and I will see you guys in the comments. I thank you again. Leave me your thoughts on the entire curriculum, everything you saw. I know it was long, but again, thank you guys for being here for this long. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming back. I so appreciate you guys. And may the force be with you all. See you tomorrow.